Hello, welcome to Alpha We are going to discuss a series on electric vehicles. We'll cover the era of electric vehicles, discussing different generations of development, inventions, and progress, the four-wheelers and the two-wheelers, and what are the different technologies and the advantages, disadvantages in the subsequent episodes. The first session, the introductory session, will cover on era of electric vehicles. Let's begin that.
The era of electric vehicles. Majorly we will discuss on the four-wheelers and two-wheeler segment. The crude electric carriages were first invented in the late 1820s and 1830s. Commercially available electric vehicles appeared during the 1890s. Electric vehicles held the vehicular land speed record until around 1900. In 1828, the Hungarian priest and physicist Anios Jedlik invented an early type of electric motor and created a small model car powered by his new motor. Between 1832 and 1839, Scottish inventor Robert Anderson also invented a crude electric carriage. In 1835, Professor Sibrandus Strating of Groningen, the Netherlands, and his assistant Christopher Becker from Germany also created a small-scale electric car powered by non-rechargeable primary cells. Rechargeable batteries that provided a viable means for storing electricity on board a vehicle did not come into being until 1859. With the invention of the lead-acid battery by French physicist Gaston Planté. Rechargeable batteries that provided a viable means for storing electricity on board a vehicle did not come into being until 1859. Rechargeable batteries that provided a viable means for storing electricity on board a vehicle. A vehicle did not come into being until 1859. With the invention of the lead-acid battery by French physicist Gaston Planté. Camille Alphonse Four, another French scientist, significantly improved the design of the battery in 1881. His improvements greatly increased the capacity of such batteries and led directly to their manufacturing on an industrial scale. France and UK were the first nations to support widespread development electric vehicles. German engineer Andrea Flocken built the first real electric car in 1888. The first electric car in US was developed in 1890-91 by Scottish William Morris. The vehicle was a six-passenger wagon capable of reaching a speed of 23 km per hour. In London, Walter Barsey designed a fleet of such cabs and introduced them to the streets of London in 1897. They were soon nicknamed hummingbirds due to the idiosyncratic humming noise they made. It's funny, right? In the 1920s, Standard Electric used Westinghouse electric motors and claimed to have a range of 110 miles on a charge. In New York City, 10 electric vehicle companies banded together in the pre-World War I era, and they formed New York Electric Vehicle Association. That association included manufacturers and dealers, and among them General Motors Truck Division and the Vehicle Division of General Electric, that claimed to have almost 2,000 operating vehicles in the metropolitan region. Let's glimpse through a few historical pics and paintings. Gustav Trové's tricycle in 1881, that believed to be the world's first electric car. Thomas Parker in England, who built an electric car in 1895. Columbia Electric's Victoria electric cab. Flocken Electrowagens in 1888. And we can see in 1904 the German electric car with his chauffeur on the top. Thomas Alva Edison with an electric car in 1913. So let's go through a few progresses. In the early 20th century, EVs had a high cost, low top speed and short range of battery compared to internal combustion engine vehicles. After enjoying success at the beginning of the 20th century, the electric car began to lose its position in the automobile market. Worldwide discoveries of large petroleum reserves led to the wide availability of affordable petrol, making the fossil fuel powered cars cheaper to operate over long distances. In 1959, American Motor Corporation (AMC) and Sonoton Corporation announced a joint research effort to consider producing an electric car powered by self-charging battery. On 31st July 1971, an electric car received the unique distinction of becoming the first crewed vehicle to drive on the moon, lunar roaming vehicle, that was first deployed during the Apollo 15 mission. California electric car maker Tesla Motor began development in 2004 on the Tesla Roadster, which was first delivered to customers in 2008. The Mitsubishi i-MI EV was launched in Japan for fleet customers in July 2009 and for individual customers in April 2010. The Nissan Leaf, introduced in Japan and the United States in December 2010, that became the first modern all-electric, zero tailpipe emission 5-door family hatchback, and that to be produced for the mass market from a major manufacturer. The Nissan Leaf, that way it made a landmark. The Smart Electric Drive Vigo Whip Life Electric, Volvo C30 Electric and the Ford Focus Electric were launched, where the Smart Electric Drive Vigo Whip Life Electric, Volvo C30 Electric and the Ford Focus Electric were all launched for retail customers in 2011. So the images of East German electric vans of from Deutsche Post. Again, a few images from the history. East German electric vans of the Deutsche Post in 1953. Electric vehicle Tama, produced by Tachikawa Aircraft Company in 1947. The Henny Kilowatt in 1961. See the charging station with NEMA connector for electric AMC Gremlin used by Seattle City Light in 1973. We can see the 3 lunar roving vehicles. The General Motors EV1, one of the cars introduced due to the California Air Resource Board mandate, which had a range of 260 km with its development in the batteries. The next model which revolutionized was the Tesla Model X and the other model released in the next model was the Tesla Model X, and other models released to the market in 2012 and 13 include BMW Active E, Skoda, Renault Fluence, Honda Fit EV, Toyota RAV4 EV, Renault Zoe and Rowe E50, then Mahindra's E20, Chevrolet Spark EV, Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG electric drive, Fiat 500e, Volkswagen E-Up, BMW i3 and Kandi EV. The next model was Tesla Model X. Other models which were released to the market in 2012 and 13 include the BMW Active E, Skoda Renault Fluence, Honda Fit EV, Toyota RAV4 EV, Renault Zoe, Rowe E50, Mahindra E20. Mahindra took over a company called Riva, and from there Mahindra's electric vehicle manufacturing begins. Then Chevrolet Spark EV, Mercedes-Benz SLS, AMG electric drive, Fiat 500e, Volkswagen E-Up, BMW i3 and Kandi EV. Toyota released the Scion IQ EV in US in 2013. The world's top-selling all-electric cars in 2014 were the Nissan Leaf, sold 61,507 numbers. Tesla Model S sold 31,000. BMW i3 16,000 and Renault Zoe close to 11.5, which was accounting to plug-in hybrids. The Leaf and the Model S also ranked first and second correspondingly among the world's top 10. Accounting for plug-in hybrids, the Leaf and the Model S also ranked first and second correspondingly among the world's top 10 selling plug-in electric cars. General Motors unveiled Chevrolet Bolt EV concept car at 2015 North American International Auto Show. The Tesla Model 3 was unveiled on 31st March 2016. The Hyundai Ioniq Electric was released in South Korea in July 2016. July 2017 launch of the Tesla Model 3. November 2017 cumulative global plug-in sales passed 3 million units and annual global sales passed the 1 million unit mark. December 2017, 5% of all cars in Norway by December 2017, Norway reported 5% of all their cars in use were electric. 2018, 1 millionth plug-in electric cars sold in Europe. See the iconic models, the BMW i3, the Mitsubishi i-MiEV, the Tesla Model S.
Nissan Leaf from Japan has marked a great milestone in the history of electric vehicles. We can also see the BMW i3 series, then Tesla, the US-based Tesla, really revolutionized the market of electric vehicles. And now many giants have taken over the market share. We can see Chinese-based BYD, then Lucid, Vietnam-based VinFast, Seal Motors from Saudi. Many locations, geographically many locations are emerging with manufacturing factories of electric vehicles.
Nissan Leaf, Chevrolet Bolt, Tesla Model 3.
Now let's move on to the two-wheeler segment, the e-bikes. So the electric bikes the invention started.
Now let's come to the two-wheeler segment. In 1895, American inventor Ogden Bolton Jr. designed the first electric bike, which is also known as e-bike. In 1897, the Humber Company built an electric tandem bike that may have been used in the Paris, France bike race. In 1932, the Netherlands-based company Philips and Simplex created the Philips Simplex e-bike, which ran on a 12-valve. In 1932, the Netherlands-based company Philips and Simplex created Philips Simplex e-bike that ran on a 12-volt battery. In 1972, Corbin Gentry's production company produced XLP-1, which is also known as City Bike, that had a top speed of roughly 30 miles per hour and a range of around 40 miles. In 1990s, Michael Kotter in Switzerland created a throttleless e-bike In the 1990s, Michael Kotter in Switzerland created a throttleless e-bike with power controlled by pedaling. Yamaha produced a similar machine in 1993. Bosch e-bike systems became the European market leader for e-bike systems in 2012. In 2017, Scorpio Electric announced its scope of business that includes manufacturing and assembly of electric motorcycles and scooters. In 2018, VinFast from Vietnam introduced two electric scooter models in Hanoi. In 2020, Ola Electric Mobility from India, which was a division of Ola Cabs, planned to construct the world's largest electric scooter factory near Bangalore, Karnataka. In 2020, Odyssey Electric, an Indian manufacturer of electric motorcycles and scooters, became India's first on-sale sports bike-inspired electric bike maker. In 2022, VinFast of Vingroup from Vietnam introduced two new models, VinFast Theon and VinFast Felis. In 2023, Bob Fleet introduced its next generation model, Model X Gen 2. Again, some vintage models of e-bike. 1932 by Philips Simplex. In 1895, Ogden Bolton Jr. invented the e-bike, which we can see in the middle. Electric bicycle by Anderk in 1991. So with that introduction about the era, we'll also see now onwards different technologies, different compartments of electric vehicle, which includes electric motor, the drivetrain, battery and fuel cells and thermal management, thermal runaways and so on and so forth. The body structure, the power electronics, cabin interiors, exterior aerodynamics, and certainly the material development is creating major developments in the EV progress. So the new material development will also be discussed. In the subsequent episodes, we'll certainly run through different informations, knowledge sharing, and we'll catch up with all EV mobility progress across the globe. Thank you from AMFA Tube. Stay tuned.